proceed, I'd like to actually change the marking for the witness's statement. Rather than OJ, since we've been following OHS for his submissions, so if you can mark his statement OHS 1A. Yes.
Admitted?
Yes. The cover letter for his submissions marked OHS 1. OHS 2 is also a letter addressed to the Clerk of the National Assembly but dated 30th May 2025. It's on the letterhead of the Superior Courts of the Gambia. The next document is titled Lands Owned by Yahya Jammeh. Should be marked OHS 3. The document titled Account Control by Yahya Jammeh, marked OHS 4. An order of the High Court delivered on the 3rd of January 2018 should be marked OHS 5.
So, do you? Council, I think if you have a more clear letter for OHS 5, can you allow Secretary to print that for members of the committee, please?
Okay, OHS 5, all right. It's not very clear. I believe it's the witnesses photocopying, but I think Secretariat, yours is good? Okay, I think Secretariat we can mark and then Secretariat will copy a clearer copy for the committee. OHS 6.
So we have the same issue with that. We can mark.
It's also not clear.
Not clear at all.
Okay. Yours is fine. All right. No. The document that is on the letterhead of the Office of the Sheriff and titled in the matter of Attorney General and Alhaji Yahya AJJ Jammeh, notice of an order, should be marked OHS 6.
Council, can you repeat that again?
OHS 6 is a notice of an order of court. It is on the letterhead of the Office of the Sheriff, dated 1st June 2017. It is titled in the matter of Attorney General and Alhaji Yahya AJJ Jammeh.
We may have something different. We have a statement of account, Trust Bank Gambia Limited, OHS 6. I am sure the one you are referring to might be. Oh.
I think it's the binding.
It's the bank, huh?
Okay. Might not be in order.
So it seems the one you are reading is 5. Maybe we have skipped something.
Yes.
And 6 is.
6 is the bank account, so we can go with 6. We can go with that one. So it's the bank statement. The order of the High Court dated 22nd of May 2017 issued by Honorable Mrs. Justice A.S. Cisse can be marked OHS 7. Yes, OHS 8 can be the letter from the Honorable Sheriff's Office titled "In the Matter of Attorney General and Alhaji Yahya AJJ Jammeh." Okay. OHS 9 is an order of the High Court issued by Justice B. Jawo, dated 3rd January 2018. OHS 10 is also titled "In the Matter of Attorney General and Alhaji Yahya AJJ Jammeh," dated 1st June. I believe this should be a replica. Apologies, it is not a replica. Yes, but it's dated 1st June 2017, OHS 10. An order of the High Court issued on the 21st day of July 2017 with mark OHS 11. An internal memo addressed to the Judicial Secretary from Honorable Justice S.B. Tabali, dated 30th November 2023, can be marked OHS 12. That is all, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Counsel. We can proceed. Thank you.
Honorable Sheriff, we can now get into your testimony.
Okay.
You have confirmed to this committee that you have submitted documents following the request by the summons issued by this committee.
Exactly.
Very well. Honorable Sheriff, the documents that you have submitted to this committee, are these the only documents that the Office of the Sheriff has with regarding the sale of the livestock or any other transaction between the Office of the Sheriff and the JANNEH Commission and the Attorney General with regards to the assets of the former president?
These are the documents that I found in the file.
So,
And the file is here. It's always here.
you're confirming that there's a specific file for the whole transaction?
There is a specific file, the Attorney General and Alhaji Yahya AJJ Jammeh,
Okay.
bearing civil suit number HC/168/17/MF/056/F1. There is where all these documents that I've submitted to this committee were found.
And this is an original file kept by the Office of the Sheriff?
Exactly.
Very well. Honorable Chair, considering the witness has been generous enough to bring his entire file, I'll request that maybe at the end of his testimony, if the file can just be handed over to either the investigators or the legal team to just take a look, and then the sheriff can take his file back.
That's okay. Admitted.
Thank you. Can you please state for the record when you were appointed as the Honorable Sheriff?
I was appointed, I think, on the 2nd of October 2023.
October 2023?
Yes.
Who was occupying the office of the Sheriff before 2nd October 2023?
I met an overseer.
Okay. What is
of
their
blessed
name?
memory, Lamin George.
Lamin George.
L. George.
Okay. He was not the sheriff, but he was overseeing the office of the sheriff.
He was overseeing the office of the sheriff before I came in.
Okay.
But there was a substantive office holder before him.
Okay.
Who was Abdul Conte.
Abdul Conte.
He was the sheriff. So when he was elevated to the position of the judicial secretary, L. George was overseeing the office before I came in.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now, can you give this committee in detail an overview of the functions and mandate of the office of the sheriff, and also if you can state where the office of the sheriff derives its functions and mandate?
The office of the sheriff derives its mandate from the Sheriff and Civil Processes Act, which is found in volume 3 of the laws of the Gambia. And the principal most important function of the sheriff is to execute and enforce all judgments of this court, of this land, all judgments and orders of this land, from the district tribunal to the Supreme Court of the Gambia.
That's it? All right. Thank you very much. Now, Honorable Sheriff, can you kindly guide this committee towards, or give this committee in detail, the processes and procedures of sales, the processes that the office of the sheriff follows, and the different steps it will follow if it is tasked to conduct sale?
And normally, the sheriff will execute a judgment, but before the execution of any judgment, a warrant has to follow after a judgment is delivered. In relation to a monetary judgment, a writ of 5A is normally issued. The writ of 5A is the warrant that commands the sheriff to attach properties of the judgment debtor. If the properties so attached are movable items, the sheriff will give notice to the judgment debtor of a period of 7 days. After the lapse of the 7 days period, the sheriff will cause the property to be valued in a situation where the attached movable is a vehicle. And after the attachment, after the valuation, the sheriff will also cause the said items to be advertised in a widely circulated newspaper, stating the date and place of the sale. And on the date of the sale, a bailiff that is responsible for the execution of that particular file will go to the site to conduct a sale in a public auction. After the sale, the bailiff so concerned will prepare a sales return indicating that the amount at which the property so attached and sold was sold for, and this will be brought and kept in the file. But the acceptance of the price so offered will be communicated to the sheriff, and if the sheriff believes it's my time, if a property is, let's say, valued for $5, I will sell it above $5. I will not sell it below $5. So if it is communicated to me that the property is so valued, someone had offered, let's say, $10, and I consult with my valuation report and I found that the property so valued is, let's say, $5, I will take the $10 to be a reasonable price, and I will accept it. And then they will come and then file a return to that effect. So if it is a immovable property, the sheriff will give a notice of 3 months. After the 3 months period, you will cause a valuation to be conducted on the property. After the valuation, you cause an advertisement and do the sale. And this sale is guided by the valuation report.
Thank you. You mentioned that a notice is given. To whom is this notice given?
You give the notice. You serve the notice on the individual whose property you have attached.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And then advertisements?
Advertisements are
How
done.
are advertisements done? Are they done through newspapers, TV, radio?
Newspapers.
Newspapers only?
Yes, we do newspapers.
Okay.
Describing the item that is to be sold.
Okay. And how many times would the advertisement be published on the newspaper?
We would do it once.
Once?
Yes.
How many days before the sale is it published?
We do it normally 7 days before the sale.
7 days?
7 days before the sale.
This is the standard that the office follows?
Yes, but even if you look at the rules, the rule will, the notice that you've served the individual is sufficient. But we go beyond that, to go on the newspapers also to advertise, to attract the public.
Okay, and give 7 days notice.
Notice, yes.
Thank you very much. Now, let's go to on the day of the sales.
Yes.
Right? Let's say the Honorable Sheriff is selling movable property. In this instance, the Honorable Sheriff is selling movable property. What are the procedures on that day? What steps is the office going to take from the beginning of sale until the end of the sales?
What you do is, if you converge at the sales ground on the time that is allocated for the sale, you go along with a bell. You start ringing the bell, and your sale normally starts at the valuation. Normally what we do is, if it is valued, let's say for $5, I'll tell them to start at $7 so that we will not fall below the valued price. Now you will start with $7 to attract offers from the public. Then the highest bidder will go with the item.
Okay. So
then after, if it is communicated to me that I am on the ground but I have an offer of, let's say, $8, I'll know the value is $5 and $8 is a good price. I will communicate to them, and they will take the name of the individual who purchased the item and prepare a sales return to the effect that Mr. Peter offered $10 and he happens to be the highest bidder, and therefore his offer was accepted, and I will endorse it and stamp it and keep it in the file.
Okay. Before we move on, is the sheriff present at the sales, or does the sheriff delegate to his or her support staff to conduct the sales?
I don't go to the sales ground. The bailiff that is responsible for the execution of the file will be the one to go on the ground and do the sale.
But before every sale is concluded, the bailiff would have to contact you?
Exactly, in relation to the pricing.
Okay.
In relation to the pricing.
Even where the item being sold is being sold above the valuation.
They wouldn't know, because we would not want to compromise the sale.
Okay. Okay, so the bailiff does not go with a valuation report. Okay.
The valuation report is submitted directly to the sheriff. You would not want to compromise the sale. If people know, let's say this property is valued at $5, they can go and leak it out to individuals. You may have the opportunity to yield a substantial sales return, but because they know that this property is valued at $5, they can go and tell people, offer just say $5.50 butut, and the sale might be compromised. That is why the confidentiality in relation to the valuation report.
Okay. That is clear. So, Honorable Sheriff, you stated that on the day of the sales, there's a bell that is taken along by the team, and then where the final bidder or the highest bidder has named their price, and now it's been determined that they'll be the one, that particular individual will be the one to buy that item. The bell is wrong. So, in essence, all the sales of the sheriff are done through an auction?
Yes.
Okay.
In a public auction.
Public auction. All right. Thank you. So now let's talk about, you've mentioned receipts after the final bidder or the highest bidder has been awarded the item. So once an item has been valued at $5, people bid until it reaches, let's say, $25, and now that's the last bid. What happens? What does the team on the ground do at that point?
They will accept it and prepare a sales return indicating that Mr. Tony offered $25. He happens to be the highest bidder, and therefore the sale is accepted. Okay. So that sales return will be kept in the file.
Okay. All right. So when the sales return is kept in the file there, this individual, Mr. Tony, is going to is free to take the item with him?
Exactly, but he has to go to the bank and make the payment.
So payments are not made on the ground?
There's a new policy at the judiciary.
Okay.
Any payment above $100 it's made directly into the bank.
On the same day or?
On the same day, yes.
So what if the sales take place on a Saturday and the banks are?
We will not normally do a sale on a Saturday.
Okay, so no sales on the weekend?
And yes, unfortunately also banks operate on Saturdays to up to 1 p.m.
Okay. All right. You mentioned a new policy. How new is this policy? Can you remember the date it was?
This new policy, I think, was sometimes when I was a principal magistrate in Carnifing. That was when the policy started. It was between 2022 to 2023.
Okay, 2022.
To 2023.
But prior to this policy being developed and coming into effect, payment from sales could be done by cash?
Yes.
Okay, and collected by the bailiffs?
Yes.
On the ground? Mm-hmm. Okay. So now, you said that the return of sale, a document titled return of sale is issued containing the details and everything is issued to the buyer. Mm-hmm. They are given the item and then asked to go and pay to the bank.
No, you will pay first.
Oh, they have to take the document, pay, and come back to collect.
You will pay.
Okay, I was a bit concerned.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, but can you just explain to the committee prior to this new policy development how the payment for sales were going on? It was being done by cash. Was the same return of sale document titled return of sale being issued? How was it being done?
I should think that sales return were being prepared.
So you are not entirely sure?
No, because I was not there during that time.
Okay.
So I wouldn't know how they operate in relation to
payments.
Exactly.
Okay.
But what I picked was that they used to have an accounts clerk at the office of the sheriff, okay, to whom payments were normally made, and he would go and bank them.
So that accounts clerk would be present on the day of the sale?
He will be present at the office. So you, the bailiff, will come with the cash, maybe with the buyer, and then he will issue you with a receipt, mm-hmm, and then he will go and bank, he or she will go and bank the money.
Okay. So in that instance, we can say it is the bailiff that would collect the cash from the buyer.
Exactly.
Currently, mm-hmm, do records of previous sales before this new policy implementation happened, do they exist at the office of the sheriff?
I should think so. For transparency and accountability purposes, I should think that any payment that is made should be receipted. Should be receipted and a file copy kept in the office of the sheriff? Yes. For all sales prior to the 2022 policy? That is what I should think. That is what you should think. Yes, and that is the best practice. That is the best practice. Yes. But what was the practice of your office? The practice of my office. Or is it that when you assumed office, you did not bother to see what was happening in the past? You just came and moved with the future? No, I found this new policy in place. I said this new policy came in when I was a principal magistrate. The issue of having to make payments to the bank. Okay, so let's continue. So now, after a sale has been conducted, the
return of sale issued, the buyer has now gone to make the payments at the bank and is now given the item. The item has been handed over to them. What happens after that? What does the office of the sheriff do?
If it is a vehicle, the sheriff would write to, let's say, to the police licensing department to effect a transfer to the name of the buyer. If it is a property, landed property, the sheriff will issue through the office of the sheriff, through the office of the chief justice and the sheriff, certificate of purchase and ownership to the buyer.
What about other properties that are not land or a vehicle? What if something like furniture or even something like livestock, for example? What is done after the sale?
You should be given a receipt of purchase.
So now after the receipt, and now the individual has been even handed over for example, let's say livestock, right? The cattle has now been handed over to the said individual that has bought them. After that, does the sheriff not issue any other document apart from receipts, or does it? No other documents?
No.
Okay, just the sale receipt?
Yes.
Okay. Does the sheriff prepare reports after every sale it conducts?
That is what I'm saying. That is the sales return.
The sales return, yes, is what
you
is
prepare.
So a copy will be kept in the file.
In the file, and even the buyer should have a copy.
The buyer should have a copy
exactly.
too. Okay.
A copy kept in the file.
So let's say a sale is being conducted on a very busy day. The sheriff is selling maybe 100, 200 pieces of furniture, cattle. The sheriff issue a return of sale for every single item.
For every buyer, you should prepare a return.
Every buyer. So let's say one buyer buys 25 items.
You should prepare a return.
Just one return
for that
to indicate the buyer bought 25.
Exactly.
And then a file copy kept. Very well. Shall please take a look at your statement. I believe Secretariat should have provided you with a copy.
Yes, I have.
Okay, thank you. Take a look at the document marked OHS1. I believe Secretariat has given you a copy of your submission. It's the first one.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to the second page. The last paragraph. Kindly read out the paragraph for the committee.
As per the letter dated the 30th of May 2025 from the then Sheriff, Justice Sheriff B. Tabali, there exists no inventory and valuation reports and list of persons, natural or juristic, who purchased the items obtained by the Sheriff.
Yes, thank you very much. Honorable Sheriff, you've told this committee that every sale, at the end of it, there's a return of sale is issued. The buyer keeps a copy, or the buyer is given a copy, and the sheriff keeps his or her own copy. Your testimony here today, is it relating is with relation to the sale of livestock that belonged to the former president, which was conducted by the sheriff pursuant to an order of the High Court issued on the 3rd of January 2018. You've also stated that you've submitted documents, you even decided on your own to bring your original file. How come return of sale is not contained in that file that you've produced for the committee and even came with today?
I wouldn't know, I don't know. And even when I received this, Justice Tabali was in my office, and in the presence of my deputy and the principal bailiff, Modu Musa, I asked him whether they have record of the list of the individuals and the valuation report, and he intimated to me that there exists none. So when we went through the file also, nothing of that nature was found or were found. So I don't know why they didn't have a sales return indicating the individuals who purchased the livestock. I don't know.
Thank you. Honorable Sheriff, I will refer to you to the order of the High Court dated, it's part of your submissions, it's dated 3rd January 2018.
Yes.
Let me just get the marking for you so that it's easy for you to find.
I have it.
Oh, you already there?
I even have
you have the original?
Yes.
Perfect. Go to the second page of the order, please.
I'm on the second page.
You're already on the second page. Okay. There, on the order, towards the end, the Honorable Justice Jao has stated that the sheriff should be the one to conduct the sale and disposal of the livestock that was seized by the High Court on the 22nd of January 2017. Can you read out the paragraph that follows that one?
All the paragraphs or paragraph 3?
Yeah, paragraph 3. There's no, it's quite, I don't need you to read the whole order.
Okay.
Just after the paragraph mentioning the sheriff, you read the other paragraph.
You want me to read, because it's paragraph, it's order 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So which of
3 and 4 is fine.
You want me to read? Yes. 3 and 4? Okay.
Yeah, you can read 5 for the time being.
Okay, order 3 reads, the Honorable Sheriff of the Gambia is ordered to conduct the sale, and all the proceeds of the sale be kept by the Honorable Sheriff in an interest-bearing account pending conclusion of the Commission of Inquiry or further orders of the court. Order 4, the Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency shall assist the sheriff in the valuation of the livestock.
Thank you. Sheriff.
Yes.
To the best of your knowledge, you can make reference to your file. Was the Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency contacted by writing or any other way, or through any other means, by the Office of the Sheriff to conduct valuation or assist the Sheriff in conducting valuation of the livestock prior to the sale?
As far as the file is concerned, none. There is no such correspondence in the file.
And in your efforts to gather information to the sheriff, from the sheriff at the time, you did not find out any of that?
He said there was no valuation done.
There was no valuation done.
That is what he told me.
Thank you. Honorable Sheriff, whilst you were giving the functions and the mandate of the sheriff, you had mentioned valuation as well.
No, I said...
You were mentioning that, sorry, a valuation report guides the auction.
Exactly.
Very well. Where the Office of the Sheriff has to conduct sale, who performs the valuation exercise for the sheriff? Does the sheriff have its own valuers or does it use private valuers?
There is a valuer in relation to land, there is 1 or 2.
Please speak into the mic.
Okay,
You can
sorry.
pull it closer to the edge of the table.
Okay.
Yes.
I say in relation to landed properties, there is 1 or 2 that were appointed by the Judicial Service Commission. There's one Mr. Njai right across the judiciary. He does valuations for us in relation to landed properties. And for vehicle, we use Sane. One Sane, he's a private valuer. He does the valuation for us when it comes to vehicles.
Vehicles.
Yes, but in a situation where the sheriff requires the expertise, we will normally contact a government agency that has the requisite skills in relation to that.
Okay.
For example, when it comes to surveying, we will refer to Gambian livestock, to lands and surveys.
Lands and surveys.
Yes, because the constitution has mandated all government agencies to help the courts in the executions of their functions, so that our effectiveness and independence is assured.
Okay, so now let's be specific to the sales that we are talking about here.
Okay, no
Livestock.
Yes.
Where the office of the sheriff is tasked with conducting sale of livestock. How then would the office of the sheriff obtain a valuation report?
This one is very clear. It says the Gambian Livestock Agency shall assist the sheriff in the valuation of the livestock. So before you proceed on the sale, this is the condition, first condition precedent that you should meet.
Okay.
You should have written to the Gambian Livestock Marketing Agency to do a valuation of all the livestock that were due for sale. Then you can go and proceed with your sale.
Well,
because the order is given in mandatory clear terms.
Okay. Let's go back to your statement.
Yes.
The last paragraph of the first page, it continues to the second page. You stated here that in 2023, transfer of the funds that were the proceeds. Okay, let me read your statement.
My statement, okay.
It's not part of the binding that was given to you.
Okay.
You found it?
Yes.
Okay. The last paragraph. Just take a look. Read. You don't have to read it out. Don't read it out.
Okay.
Just take a look at it. It continues on to the next page. Sorry, Honorable Sheriff. Actually, just go to the second to last paragraph of the first page. You can start there and then take a look at the last paragraph of the first page as well. The paragraph that starts with the funds from the cattle sales. You are ready? Yes. So you've mentioned that after the sales happened, a bank account was opened. This is in pursuant to the order of the court. If you take a look at the order of the court, and that in the other paragraph that the signatories to the account was changed at some point. Who were the first signatories of that account? You've provided a statement of that account. Who were the signatories of the account?
The first signatories of the account were Landing M. Sane, who was the then Judicial Secretary, and Sheriff B. Tavali, the then Sheriff. Yes. So I sourced this information from a report that he provided to the Honorable Chief Justice on the 30th of November 2023. And then during his time as the Master of the High Court, that is Sheriff Tavali, the signatories, he wrote a letter to the bank to change the signatories to reflect the then Judicial Secretary and the then Sheriff, which I assume would be the current Justice of the High Court, Justice Aissatou Jallow C and Abdou Conte. Then.
Okay, so when the signatories changed from Justice Sane and Justice Tabali. It moved to Justice Jalosi.
And the then sheriff at the time.
Who was?
Abdul Conte.
Okay, the current JS.
Yes, after Tabali, Abdul Conte came in.
Okay. Thank you. The ending of the last paragraph of your the last paragraph on the first page of your statement. Well, even before we get to the end, in the last paragraph on your statement, you mentioned that in August 2023, a request was made by Mr. Binga, Director of Civil Litigation at the Ministry of Justice. Actually, Mr. Binga contacted the bank and instructed that the funds be transferred to a designated account. Was Mr. Binga a signatory to the account at any point?
He was not a signatory to the account at any point. And I saw this also information from the said letter that I just referred to,
okay.
Yes, which was authored by Justice Tabali.
Okay.
Yes, that he Binga called him, trying to inquire about the account, and later he called to say he had directed that the funds be transferred from this account to another designated
account.
Based on instructions he, Binga, allegedly received from his superiors.
Okay. All right. So at this point in August 2023, when this transfer was made, are you saying that it was at the time when the current JS and Justice Jalosi were signatories to the account? No, by this point?
No. By that point, Justice Jalosi was not a signatory. Was a High Court judge.
Okay.
So it's not possible that she was a signatory. August 2023, L. George was the one overseeing the office of the Sheriff.
Do you know the exact date when the signatories changed from Justice Tabali to the current JS?
No, I don't.
You don't have the end. But you learned that at some point signatories changed.
Yes, from his report.
Okay. All right. Take a look at the documents that you submitted. This should be marked OHS. Sorry. It's the internal memo from Justice S.B. Tabali to the JS, and the CJ is copied. Let me just get you the proper. It's titled Internal Memo dated 30th November 2023.
It is okay, yes, to the Judicial Secretary.
Yes, you. I will chair the fund. Yes. Go to the second page, please.
Yes.
At the bottom of the second page.
Yes.
The second to last paragraph, I believe it's the last paragraph, there's a sentence that states, I'll read, a report of the sale was subsequently submitted to the Ministry of Justice at the request of the then Solicitor General and Legal Secretary. Does the Office of the Sheriff have a copy of this report?
That should be the report dated
the sale report.
The sales report, yes, dated, let me check, 26th of March, 2018.
26th of March?
2018. I believe that should be the report.
Okay. Very well. So, you're calling it a report, it's actually a 2-page document. All right. Okay.
It's reporting something, so that is why I got the report.
Okay. All right.
Council, do you have that in the book?
Yes, it is, sorry. It is marked OHS 5. Yes, please.
That's the one you indicated earlier on was not very clear.
Yes, you said your copy.
Yes.
Okay, I will give you my copy. Yes, please. Can I continue? Okay, thank you. Honorable Sheriff, let's just take a quick look at this report. The first paragraph of the report states that the sheriff was assisted in the sales by the AG chambers, officials from the AG chambers, the SIS, State Intelligence Services. Does the Office of the Sheriff usually require support from other institutions when it's conducting sale?
If we are going for a sale, a bailiff will normally go with a security.
Security from which of the?
From the police. We have security attaches to our office.
Okay, to the Office of the Sheriff.
Yes, so
okay.
you will normally. So I wouldn't know what influence the assistance from the State Intelligence Agency. I wouldn't know, maybe whether because it relates to former President JANNEH, that was why. I wouldn't know.
But this is not a normal occurrence for the office to invite state.
No.
Okay. What about the Attorney General's chambers? Do they ever assist the sheriff to conduct sale?
No.
Okay.
But you know, in this case, they were the applicants.
Okay.
So, as the applicant, you have a vested interest. So you will normally serve as a pointer. You should serve as a pointer to point to the sheriff the items that were supposed to be sold.
But wouldn't the sheriff already be clear on what is being sold?
As the executing creditor,
yes,
you made an application to the court for certain items to be sold. So it will call for a perfectly good sense that you are present at the time of the sale.
Okay.
Yes, as the executing creditor.
To just be there to witness the sale,
yes,
but not assist.
That is exactly, as a pointer, as a mere spectator and a pointer.
Okay. So in this instance,
so I don't know what kind of assistance they provided.
Sorry?
I said I don't know what kind of assistance they provided. Yes.
And the SIS in this instance, what would generally be the need, or what role would they play at point of sale?
I wouldn't know.
Okay. Thank you. All right, Honorable Chair, that is all the questions I have for this witness for now.
All right. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Honorable Sheriff. We thank you for providing information to this committee, and of course some information are relevant for our fact finding. As you can see, I'll have to bring in my colleagues to ask questions for clarification before we do anything. Honorables, do you know?
Yes, thank you, Chair. Thank you, Honorable Sheriff, for your cooperation. and also being able to share with us. I just need a clarity on one or two things. One would be on OHS 5, that is the report on the second page, which can be aligned to your statement respectively, looking at the third paragraph.
OHS 5 is dated?
OHS 5 should be dated 26 March.
Oh, 26 March, yeah.
Yeah, and if you look on the second page.
Yes, second page.
Yes, you have a summary of total of 725 cattle were sold at various farms are shown below. If you look at the numbers, in Kanilai it stated 625. In Farato it stated 67. And in Banjulending it stated 32. If you add the figures together, it seems that we have less than 725. Instead of 725, it seems to appear that it's 724. And I want to ask, why the difference? And were you able to cross-check the numbers before giving us this statement? Because it seems to be the same statement emerging from different witnesses. Thank you.
The 725, I sourced it from...
Can you take the mic? Sorry.
Sorry, yeah. I'm sorry. The 725, as you read, I sourced it from this report, but to be honest, I have not cross-checked it. I thought it to be accurate.
Can you do that in a minute and tell us what the numbers are, please?
Thank you. Yes, you are right. It's 625 plus 667 plus 32 is 724.
724 instead of 725.
Yes.
I wouldn't take you far because you never participated in the process.
Yes.
I just want, together with you,
to
confirm the numbers and also understand why the discrepancies.
Okay.
Just a final one.
Okay.
You have talked about valuation with regards to, how the office of the sheriff normally handles such. Will it be a normal practice to sell properties or related things below the price of valuation? Will that be a normal practice?
I wouldn't take it to be a normal practice. That is why I don't do it.
You wouldn't take it to be a normal practice. Yes. What would be your take in a situation where for livestock that was valued at about 10 million and at the end of the sales the records were about 8.3 million? Will that be a normal practice?
Livestock, we have to be natural and we have to be honest to ourselves. Livestock are things that can really depreciate in value depending on the care that is given to them. Let's say, for example, you were doing a valuation on a particular livestock this time. At a time that it is well fed, it is left for, let's say, 3-4 months without a proper and due care. If you're coming to do a sale on that particular livestock, you would not expect also to have a value that you valued it at the time and at the time that you were selling it. So if proper care and attention had been given to them as at the time of the valuation up to the time of the sale, it will not be a normal practice.
Thank you very much, Chair, and thank you very much, Honorable Jabang, for assisting us in our quest to get to the bottom of this issue that is assigned to us. Mine is just a simple, straightforward question. Now, can you confirm if valuations precede all sales from the sheriff?
Yes.
Now, can you also confirm that whether is this a policy, is this a regulation at the level of the sheriff?
Yes.
Is it a policy?
Yes.
Okay, so it means there's a policy there that dictates that valuation must be done prior to that.
Yes.
Now, can we request that we have that policy, maybe through the chair?
No problem.
If it was the chair, it will be important that for us to get that policy that clearly states that valuation must be done prior to sale.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Witness, it will be of interest to this committee if your office can make a bank statement available, not at you deposited an amount of like 8 million, 8 to a particular account, and in fact that very particular account. If your office can make that bank statement available from the day it was opened to the day it was closed, with the details of the transactions, that will be of use to this committee.
Can I have an order to that effect from this committee?
Pardon?
Can I have an order to that effect, an order directing?
The order is given already.
Okay, that's
an order.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
We can, may we also be furnished so that we can write to the bank and attach that order?
Be furnished with what?
With the order that the committee has given.
Okay, I'll take the right to take care of that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair, and thank you, Mr. Jabang, for coming. Mr. Jabang, on the page 9,
OS 9.
that's the ruling.
Okay. Yes.
Number 4, last page number 4.
Yes.
And the Gambia Livestock Agency shall assist the sheriff in the valuation of the livestock. Have you ever come across a letter from your office sent to Gilman to assist you in this?
No. I've never come across that.
It has never happened.
No.
Mr. Jabang, in your statement, the first page, starting with the word in August 2023, in the Director of Civil Litigation, authorizing to transfer funds to ACAP, giving those powers.
I don't. He's according to the report, internal memo written by Justice Saval. He said, according to Binga, he got the instruction from his superiors. If you look at the internal memo dated the 30th of November 2023, at second to last paragraph.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got that. But who are his superior during that time?
I wouldn't know. He works at the Ministry of Justice.
He was at the Ministry of Justice,
yes,
not in your office.
No.
And then the bank that they were dealing with, because what is the name of the bank that they were dealing with?
Trust Bank.
They were dealing with Trust Bank.
Trust Bank, yes.
Mr. Jabang, just a quick one. When it comes to issue of sales, according to your statement, that you issue there are certain number of procedures you do before coming to the issue of sales, where you issue notice to the how to call it, the victim or the owner of the area, that's notice to proceed or serve notice to before the sales. Have you ever come across any correspondence where JANNEH was served notice of sale?
This is a different, these notices are given when I was explaining to her in relation to monetary judgment. But this one is a direct order coming from the courts directing the Honorable Sheriff to do a sale. So it's different. For example, if I go to court with him and I obtain a monetary judgment against him, and now a writ of 5A is issued for an execution to be levied against him. If the sheriff goes to attach a property, there the sheriff is going to seize the property. Then after seizing, you will have to serve him with a notice of the seizure. So this is different. There was already an earlier order made by the court seizing the livestock and placing it under the custody and care of the Gambian livestock. Exactly. So then came an order directing now the sheriff to go on and sell. So there will be no requirement for a notice to be given to JANNEH.
Mr. Jabang, just a quick one. Before 2022, when the change was effected with regards to paying through the bank, instead of paying on the ground, you just pay to the bank direct. Do you have an history of what triggered it to happen? Why did the change came in?
No, I wouldn't know.
You didn't know. This last one is about when it comes to sales. Do you normally sell when there is a single buyer on the ground?
Yes, when there is a single buyer, because advertisement has been given. You've invited the public to come and bid. So if no one comes and there is an individual who bids and his bid, his offer is above the value price, you can sell.
Is it correct to have offer that are below the value price?
I wouldn't take it to be correct.
You will not take it?
Yes.
But in the case where there is no value price, or where there is no value price being related to the one on the ground, will it be fair to take any price?
Whether it will be fair to take any price.
Or will you accept it to take a price from the single bidder?
That will depend on good judgment now.
Is it depend on?
Good judgment.
On good judgment.
Yes.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Sharif. Quickly before I give that order, can you confirm OH6, the statement of the account?
Yes.
Is that the account my colleague is asking for?
Yes, that's the account.
That's the account?
Yes.
So, does it cover the entire period of the let me say the sales of the
Livestock. Yes.
Okay, so then we assume that we have that in our custody already.
Yes.
So we don't need to order him to bring that again.
He said from the maybe he wants to see the reflection of the purported transfer of the funds.
Of the funds.
Yes. So that is why he's now asking. You have it?
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Sharif. So we will order that let's have that statement from you.
Okay.
And then we will be able to, compare it with what we have.
Okay. I would suggest that you make a formal order. And
so we write to you?
No, you make a formal order now.
Okay.
Which will be typed, and now we will write to the bank attaching the order so that they furnish us. Maybe council can make a formal application. Yes.
Honorable Chair, if the order can just be made now, and then we would know what to communicate with the Office of the Honorable Sheriff.
All right, thank you so much. Honorable Sheriff, this committee orders that you provide the statement account for the statement account open Trust Bank, Gambia Limited. With the sales of livestock of the former president, JANNEH. From the period the account was open to when the money was transferred.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Secondly, there's another order for you to produce the policy document for the valuation.
Okay.
We will also want to have that for our records.
Okay.
All right. So we thank you so much for coming. I think we really appreciate the testimony. For now, we will have to leave you, release you to go, and then we'll proceed with another one. Thank you so much.
I'm grateful.
All right.
Yes, Honorable Chair, the witness was supposed to provide his file just for inspection.
Correct.
You can wait for it.
Okay, thank you.
I'm grateful.
All right, thank you, Mr. Jabang. Thank you.